What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. Coming to you guys today with another reaction, with another Merv's YT13 video. How Gunther will be dethroned in WWE. I think that's a question a lot of us wrestling fans have right now, is who will be the one to dethrone Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. I've been hearing a lot of people say Sheamus, Drew. For the main two, those are the main two names that have been thrown around. And I'm very interested to see what Merv's YT13 will come up with as far as who should be the one to defeat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. In my personal opinion, I think Sheamus deserves that milestone. I think he's definitely deserved to win that Intercontinental Championship. He's been coming so close. I think time to pull the trigger is none other than, WrestleMania. But I do appreciate all the love and support that goes on this channel. I love all the people who've been subscribing, and I also appreciate you, Merv's YT13, for your love that you supported on me with the last video, with your comment. I was very excited to be able to have that comment, on my video, and I still feel like you're one of the reasons why I do YouTube. So it was very touching that you were able to be able to check out the content on my channel. Who knows? Maybe we'll see what happens in the future. Maybe I'll request a booking idea or for a wrestler or whatever. Who knows? Maybe you might do it. Maybe not. But hey, we'll see. Only time will tell. But y'all go subscribe to his channel if you guys haven't already. Get this man to 500,000. Get this man to 500,000 subscribers, because he deserves it. All the subscribers. He deserves all the love on his channel. So if you guys have not subscribe to his channel, I will leave his link to his channel in the description, so you guys can go do that and tell him Kicking It with Leo sent you guys. And yeah, and we're gonna see how Gunther will be dethroned in WWE.
Gunther, the Iron Man of the Royal Rumble, is on SmackDown, and he's here to let everyone know what's next. But before he can, he's assaulted from behind by Sheamus, the man who was in at number 2 and the man who
they were the first two.
It's a wild brawl, and Gunther ends up landing a massive lariat on Sheamus, and he's continuing.
I think with that win, I think they built a new star in Gunther, because he lasted very long in the Royal Rumble match, and I think he surpassed Rey Mysterio as far as like time spent in the Rumble match. I'm not too sure, but I think that's what they said. He surpassed Rey Mysterio as far as the long time spent in the match. Comment down below if that is true. So yeah.
The barrage of punches, and he's not going to stop. Drew McIntyre arrives, another man that Gunther eliminated, and he runs at Gunther looking for a Claymore, but Gunther moves, and he actually collects Sheamus instead. Gunther gets out of the ring, and as he's walking away, he looks back in time to see a very tense stare down between McIntyre and Sheamus. They're nose to nose. There was a little bit of tension at the Royal Rumble, but there's even more now. But they have to focus, because they're up next against the Viking Raiders to try and give them a receipt from a couple of weeks ago. And they do. They work incredibly well together, as they have in the past, until it all falls apart again. Sheamus looks for a bro kick on Eric, but he moves, and this time McIntyre is on the receiving end of Sheamus's boot. And as Sheamus is looking at the damage, he's thrown into the corner, and the Viking Raiders put him away.
Oh, so
the Viking Raiders win, and yet again, we see Sheamus and Drew McIntyre in a tense stare down. It all appears to be falling apart between the two, all while the Intercontinental Champion watches on. And the next week on SmackDown, Sheamus and Drew both agree that they need to talk about what happened. And Sheamus says, "We can't let Gunther get between us. Even though you did get in the way of me surviving in the Rumble, and you kind of got us both eliminated, we can't let that affect us." And Drew says, whoa.
Gunther, so.
What are you talking about? Me? I don't think so. You got in my way. It's tense again, but the tension is broken, because across the locker room stands Gunther, and he just says, "Ha! You can blame each other all you want and fight like children, but it was me, the Ring General, who was the reason you two were eliminated." Sheamus and Drew look at each other for a second.
He has a reason. He can't
without
say
even
that,
saying a
that
word. They run at Gunther, and a massive brawl breaks out again. Gunther tries to fight them off, but the two of them are too much. They get Gunther down, but before they can do too much damage, here comes Kaiser and Vinci. They chase them off, and Sheamus says to Drew, See what I'm talking about, fella? You don't let him come between us, and we'll be just fine. And Drew agrees, and they seem like they're on the same page again.
Or are they?
There's breaking news. A #1 contenders over-the-top rope battle royal is called for the Intercontinental title. It's in honor of Gunther's performance in the Royal Rumble. And it's a conflict of interest because entered is Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. And they're alongside Karrion Kross, Shinsuke Nakamura, Madcap Moss, and Santos Escobar. But despite the stakes, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre work together. They know they can dominate this whole match. And they get rid of Moss as a team. But on the other side of the ring, Karrion Kross starts a new spot fire with Shinsuke Nakamura by eliminating him, only to be eliminated right after by Santos Escobar. Nakamura and Karrion Kross end up brawling off through the crowd, and Escobar is left in a very compromising position 2-on-1 with McIntyre and Sheamus. But as this happens, we see the rest of Legado del Fantasma. They're coming down to try and help out their leader. But Butch and Ridge were waiting. They knew they were going to come down, and they dispatched them. Escobar is no match for Sheamus and Drew. They get him out of there, and it's down to the two of them. It's every man for themselves. Sheamus is chasing the only title that's ever eluded him in WWE, and Drew McIntyre wants gold once again. And it's Sheamus who throws the first shot, and Drew shakes it off and says, "Oh, it's like that." And Sheamus says, "It's fight night, every night." Sheamus and Drew, just like so many times before, are embroiled in a crazy brawl. They fight over near the ropes.
I know you people are going to get upset by me pausing it, but if you guys don't remember the feud, they've been defeated before. If you don't remember the match that they had, I think it was in 2021. I think Fastlane, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Fastlane. Comment down below. I might be wrong about that, but I believe it was Fastlane. They had a banger of a match. I think that was a very hard-hitting match, and I would love to see them do it once again. I would not be mad at that.
It's tedious. It could go either way. Both men have great opportunities to win, but ultimately, it's Sheamus who muscles McIntyre out. Sheamus has a chance to complete the Grand Slam of Championships at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, true.
Gunther is standing on the ramp watching on as well. But while Sheamus is staring at Gunther, Drew McIntyre is poised.
What are you doing, buddy?
McIntyre seemed like he was thinking
it looked like
about
it was teasing something. I can see that. I love this. I love this. They're connecting the dots here, and
we
not only that, but
ready for Toronto.
Kind of teasing different things on the road to WrestleMania, because that's what the road to WrestleMania should be all about. Things that we wouldn't expect to happen.
It's the match to complete the trilogy, and it's as hard-hitting as you'd ever expect. Both men beating the living hell out of each other.
Elimination
and
Chamber.
it's back.
I can see that match possibly happening at Elimination Chamber, but I don't think they would have a lot of time to really book it, in my opinion. But I'm all for it if it does happen. Well, I believe they did something next week where I think it's a Fatal 4-Way. Whoever wins is going to get an Intercontinental Championship match. So I don't know. Maybe whoever wins is going to get a shot at Elimination Chamber. Maybe. Me personally, what I thought what they were probably going to do, because I know they already announced that they're going to have a U.S. title match for inside the Elimination Chamber, and not only that, but a number of contenders match for the Raw Women's Championship to see who's going to face Bianca at, WrestleMania. So I thought maybe they probably would have had both mid-card titles be defended, but maybe that might be stretching it when you think about it, because it'd be like overdoing it. So maybe they want to just probably limit it at 2.
Back and forth, no man with any advantage. Just pure, hard-hitting professional wrestling at its absolute finest. Imperium inevitably come down to get involved, and they're standing on the apron, trying to distract Sheamus, but his backup arrives, and it's in the form of Butch, Ridge, and Drew McIntyre. Butch and Ridge take care of Vinci and Kaiser, and they all fight off back up towards backstage. And while the referee has his back to the action in the ring, Drew McIntyre slides in. Sheamus and Gunther are reeling, and they both turn around, and Drew launches.
Oh!
Drew McIntyre lays out Sheamus, and this one wasn't an accident. And
he
neither
turned
is
on
the next one,
Sheamus.
because he lays out Gunther as well.
I mean, that kind of be
It
interesting
seems
because
as
the roles,
though
like
the
the roles
Scottish
would be reversed
psychopath is
because when they
back,
faced last
and he's
time,
taking
Drew
no
was the
prisoners.
face and Sheamus was the heel.
McIntyre
So
leaves the ring, and somehow Gunther manages to get over to Sheamus and make the cover. He narrowly defends the Intercontinental Championship, and the door to Sheamus's dream of being a Grand Slam champion is slammed shut. McIntyre seems hell-bent on destruction, and it's destruction he's gonna get, because it seems like this is a war in the making. And on the SmackDown After Elimination Chamber,
if this scenario was to play out, right? And I'm not saying it can, but I'll be all for it if it does. But what you do with this, you're turning somebody heel, but you're creating more of a sympathetic babyface out of Sheamus. People will have more sympathy for him because you know how many times he's come up short, and how when you thought he's gonna do it again, only to be turned on by somebody he considers like a brother and a best friend to him. So I think that will kind of add a little bit more to his character. It will give add a little bit more to Drew as well.
All hell breaks loose. McIntyre is asked to explain himself by Byron Saxton as he arrives to the building, and this does not go over well. He says, "You expect me to explain myself to you, Byron? Of all people, it's going to be Byron Saxton who gets an answer out of me." Well, here's my answer. I don't owe anyone an explanation. And Byron actually presses a little further and says, "Well, I mean, I think Sheamus deserves an explanation considering you two were friends."
Uh-oh, I thought something's gonna happen. Not Byron.
McIntyre has
Byron
laid
just
out
doing his
Byron
job. He's just trying to make an interview.
This is madness.
But yeah, he got Glasgow Kids for
through the
trouble.
backstage area and all the way to the ring, where he says, "Anyone else want to ask questions of me? I do what I want, and I do it whenever the hell I want to do it. I don't need permission from anyone. Sheamus had it coming. Gunther had it coming. And I'm telling you right now that I want that Intercontinental Championship. And come hell or high water, I am gonna get it." But then Sheamus comes streaming out from the back, and it's anarchy all over again. Sheamus hits the ring, and there's a chaotic brawl. And this time, it's far more personal. But as they're going at it, Gunther storms out as well, and he steps right in and delivers devastating lariats to both men. But the carnage doesn't stop there on the road to WrestleMania. Far from it. Because we see fan footage of another brawl during the week. And while Sheamus was signing autographs for fans, he got confronted by the Scottish psychopath. Fans immediately scatter because they know how dangerous it is. Drew and Sheamus tear each other apart, very fittingly, right next to a bar. It's come completely apart at the seams, and it couldn't be more personal. Sheamus manages to get on top though. He manages to lay out Drew in the lobby with a bro kick, and he screams at him and he says, "This is nowhere near over. Fight me next week." And the match is made official. McIntyre versus Sheamus. But it's no ordinary match, because now it's a #1 contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship. So the stakes are even higher, and the match, suitably, is a banger. It's a true battle of attrition. Both men hit each other with literally everything in their arsenal. Everything except the bro kick or the claymore. The one thing that will put either of them away. It's then, though, we see Gunther come out. He wants to get a closer look at the closing stages of the match. But understandably, Ridge and Butch see this as a threat. They block Gunther from heading to the ring. But then through the crowd, it's Vinci and Kaiser. And they surround the ring. Butch and Ridge see them, and they run at them to start another chaotic brawl at ringside. All while Sheamus and Drew are still fighting in the ring. And they launch at each other, and they both connect with a brogue and a claymore. They're both down, and they're both out cold. And the referee makes the 10 count. It's unbelievable. It's a draw. They will both get the opportunity to face
this
Gunther.
is probably how they'll get
And as they both pull themselves up from the canvas, Gunther enters the ring, and they all lock eyes. It's time for the big match, and as each man makes their entrance, we get to hear from them in picture-in-picture promos. And Drew McIntyre is up first. He keeps it simple and says, there are no friends in love and war. There are no friends when it comes to singles championships. Sheamus wanted to blame me for eliminating him at the Royal Rumble. Oh, there's going to be an elimination. An elimination of him and Gunther. Because I'm back. The Scottish Psychopath is going to run riot. And the Scottish Psychopath is going to raise the Intercontinental Championship again. And Sheamus gets his chance and he says, I think I've shown everyone what this championship means to me. Going face to face with...
I know what I'm about to say might be just a kid in me about trying to come out. But I really do hope at WrestleMania we get Sheamus' old theme lobster head return. I think that would be a very cool moment to see. I know we did it with Drew at Clash of the Castle, so I hope they can do it for Sheamus at WrestleMania. Even if he doesn't, come out to that theme, but still a little nod to his past and what got him here. So I would love to see that kind of play out on screen. I think when you look at his theme songs, I think that one just is far more superior than the one he has now.
Gunther, I even lost a friend over it. It's the final frontier for me. The final piece of my career that I need to complete. And to quote a former friend, come hell or high water, I will win that championship. And then we hear from the champion, and he says, I am the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in recent history. I am the Ring General. Nothing changes about either of those things tonight. The mat is sacred, and so is my championship, and I'm going to protect it at all costs.
Ooh, suplex out of the ring. Suicida.
It's been carnage as expected. All three men have beaten the hell out of each other.
You already know
McIntyre is on the outside of the ring, but
Sheamus
fighting
and
tooth and nail, scratching and clawing through the pain to try and get back up.
I think this might be one of the
has Sheamus in trouble. He loads him up to the top rope and he hits him with an avalanche powerbomb from the very top.
It's probably going to be one of my favorite matches to look forward to that weekend.
But as Gunther gets up, he gets nailed with a Claymore. And Gunther is knocked to the outside of the ring by the sheer force. McIntyre sees his chance though. He lines up Sheamus now. He's calling for it. He looks for the Claymore, but Sheamus avoids. He knows him so well. Sheamus hooks him up, and then he hits him with a white noise, and immediately with a bro kick. He finally lands it. He falls into the cover, and he gets the massive win. Sheamus completes the Grand Slam. He gets his WrestleMania moment. He's won every major title in WWE. And the reign of Gunther is over. And while Sheamus may have lost a friend, he gained a legacy.
Absolutely. I agree with what he just said right there. He on this journey to him to get to the Intercontinental Championship, he's been screwed over so many times by Imperium when he came down to him and Gunther. Then he seemed as no many times he tried to challenge for that title, he got screwed over. And then finally, when he looked like his look finally changed, only to get screwed over by somebody he considers a brother to him and a best friend. He was literally his best man at his wedding. So it's like that all is going to come into play. And through that, he lost the brother, but he gained a legacy by winning the one title that's eluded him in his illustrious career. Now, if this was reversed, I could see it. If this was for the U.S. title, it would be reversed because that's the only title Drew hasn't held. So I think when you look at their careers, Drew and Sheamus' careers, by the end of their careers, they're both going to be Grand Slam champions. I'm not going to deny that. Is definitely going to happen. So I definitely believe that Sheamus is the perfect pick to take the title off of Gunther. And you could do something else with Gunther after coming out of mid, maybe have him moved up to the world title scene at that point. Because I think at this point you build him up to it where he's credible through his matches that he's had. They all have been entertaining matches and hard hitting. And then only that, but you had him have an outstanding performance in the Royal Rumble match itself by coming out in a one and lasting to the very end. So I think through that, you've built a new star in the process. And I think coming out of WrestleMania, you can have him challenge for the WWE or Universal title, even if they're separate or still undisputed or still the same thing. But I definitely think coming out of WrestleMania, he is definitely going to be in that world title scene. I guarantee it. But that is the end of this video. You guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, hit the post notification bell so next time I post a new video. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. We're trying to get to that 1K mark probably by, let's just say WrestleMania. And we're trying to get to that 10K mark by the end of the year. So I know we can do it. I know it seems too far-fetched, but no dream is impossible. That's one thing I will teach anybody. No dream is impossible if you're willing to put in the work, the time, and the effort to make your dreams happen. And also go subscribe to Murph's YT13 if you guys haven't already. Get that man. Keep running the likes. Tell him I sent you. Get that man to 500,000 subscribers. I think we're going to try to get this man to 500,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So help me, help him, so I can help every single one of you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, also, comment down below, how do you feel about his booking? How do you think he did? Do you think Sheamus should be the one to defeat Gunther and take the title from him? Or do you think it should be somebody else? I want to have a discussion with you guys in the comment section down below, because I love having these dialogues with you guys. And I'll have more videos coming out to you guys probably maybe today or Monday. So be on the lookout for more videos like that. I do plan on doing my thoughts and opinions of the Rumble, my thoughts and opinions on Elimination Chamber as of right now, and stuff like that. And 2K23, I'll have some videos coming out within the next 2 days, so be on the lookout for that. But just get 3 likes in this video. I'll do more videos just like this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.